Hello everybody. Here is a house. Who of us doesn't have a house? Everybody, not? Well, when you arrive to your house, what you think is that for have it, you need to have columns and beams. These ones in those sides are the columns, and the one in the upper part is the beam. Here in the business model competition, we're coming to you to present Chigo. We have already detected a problem in the construction. Which one is? For make those columns and beams, you need to spend a lot of wood that you only are going to reuse it for a good finish just 4 times. You can use it 7 times, but with those 7 times, you don't guarantee the quality until to the 4th one. So what means this? That you have already wasted a lot of time and money. And what else? It's not always sure, because the civil engineers and the construction, they are like, they don't want to think too much. So it's hard to calculate how many wood are you going to use it to make it. And there's already a solution, yeah, but it's not portable. Like this one of metal. As you can see, it has a lot of joints, a lot of unions, and it's hard to put it, and it wastes also time, what means money. And remember, it's not ecological. Why? Because we are killing the trees. So here in Chigo, it was a project that born in 2013 at Bus Challenge MX at Monterrey. We built and go. That is this one that I'm going to show you at the end. Here is a little view of our business model canvas. Let's start. What is our principal value proposition? That it's portable. But what we have to do before, we have to pivot. Why? Because at the beginning, when we were with all our partners, like they are the 2 girls outside, we thought that we were going to be building a box, that you're going to split it and make it. But it's going to be harder, and each time it's going to be thinner. So what we do, we prefer to make it portable, easy to extend, expand, and easy to construct. Not like the others. You just can put it, split it all around, put the concrete, and you continue. That is the size compared to a person, as you can see here. And also, with these little things, we're going to put it in our shoulders, so you can put it like a backpack, and say, okay, here's a column, let's go. Let's do that column. Oh, I have already finished. Okay, let's go and do the beam that is over here. I finished, let's go do this one. Instead of being just putting all the nails, wasting the time, and needing one wood there, another wood there. With this one, as you can see with the renders, you can make it for a beam, and that's the size. Those are the other parts, or like a column. And as you can see, it is adaptable, because here you can have maybe a column of 250, and there you can have a column of 3 meters. You can adapt it, because all the construction, as you know, not all the houses are at the same height. So we have another value proposition. Our product is 32% less expensive than the others. In the market now, we have the square meter in pesos in 150, even though 180. And now us, with the 20 uses that we can bring with our product, we reduce it to 100 pesos per square meter, 33% less than the competence. Again, we have our customer. We had to pivot. Why? Because at the beginning we thought, okay, our customers are going to be the civil engineers, but not. We went and they told us, we don't have enough money to buy your product. Okay, we did it back. We say, okay, let's go with biggest companies. And they say us, well, it's not my fault. I can do other things, but I can connect you with others that are going to be your real customers. And those ones are the investors in the construction. Why? Because they are the person that are interested in the money. They don't want to spend more. They want to do it faster. That's why they are our customers. Yeah, we have already validated. Why? Because there are more than 25 constructions in the country and civil engineers that are investing their money. They say, hey man, I want that. When you finish it, I want that. I want to prove it. And those 25 persons are distributed in the country. 4 of them are in Chihuahua, others are in Culiacán, others are in Durango, Monterrey, and Querétaro. And here, our second customers that we pivot, they result to be our key partners, because they say, okay, we are interested. Grupo Cemento de Chihuahua, that is one of the biggest construction companies in Mexico, the second one just before Cemex. Mecano, that is the biggest of formworks, that is that we're doing. They say, hey, we're interested in you, just finish it. Brasa, one of the biggest groups of construction here at Chihuahua, And WT Partnership, that was also one of our validation mentors, and this is a company from United Kingdom. They say, man, we want to prove it in Querétaro. We hope you're here in the summer. These are the proofs. We have already the contacts of Mecano, it's one of their principal associates, and the other from Grupo Cementos de Chihuahua, that is it's the woman that has in charge all the costs of the company. Okay, now let's go to our key activities. At the beginning we say, okay, we don't have the money, we have to do it by hand, and guess what? We noticed that here at PIT from Tec de Monterrey, we have Fab Lab, and they can help us with the manufacturing of this product of aluminum. So we say, hey, stop of being doing this manual, we can go there. That's why we pivot our manner to do that. And now, what are we going to focus on with our relationship of customers? As you see, our principal key partners, we have had them because of the friendship. So that's what we want to transmit to our customers, the friendship that they can trust on us, and that always, beside the price, we're going to prefer the quality. What else? Those are our key sources. Obviously, the aluminum, the way to manufacture it, and the person that are going to use it. We are not only interested in the clients that are going to give us the money. We also take care about the person, the users, the workers of the construction, that are the ones that maybe they're not going to put their money, but they are going to be the ones that are going to use it. And they told us, look, it's a very good product. The more portable you do it, it's going to be easier for us. And the less heavy, it's going to be easier for us. So we also take care about that. The distribution channels, we're going to make it by land, because it's the easiest way and the less expensive. Okay, the cost for each formwork is going to be of 4,000 pesos with a reuse of less of 20 times. So here, we have already pivot in the sales. Why? Because at the beginning we thought, okay, we're going to work with you, and hey, here's one. And they told us, the workers from the construction, they told, hey man, but if you're with a constructor, you need to say them, we have here the package of 15 or 16. Why? Because those are the numbers of columns and beams that other group of workers are going to do in one day. If you just go and sell one, it's not going to be good. There are other companies that they only expand the construction. Right, with there, you can make just one. But if you're going to go with your customer of the investors, go with a whole package of 15 or 16. And we say, okay, we were missing that, and we pivot to have sales in a massive scale, or just leasing it by one day that are going just to expand. And we are still in this road to construction because it's going to be always. We have already proved it. It was a Frankenstein, yeah, but it made it purpose. We extended it, it was easy. And there we have the result. As you can see, it's more quality than in the others that you have already seen, that they have a lot of mistakes. It is completely nice. You don't need to put other things. You can leave it like that, like the columns that we have here at the P3. You can leave it like that. So here is Chigo, and here we have the proof that we have it done. You can carry it. And remember that there are builds of cement that they are 50 kilos. Those two in joint, they are not more than 30 kilos. For a worker, this is not heavy because they are already habituated to charge lots of coats of 50 kilos each day, and like 20 or 30 times a day. So we say, it's easy. Yeah, it's easy. Give it to me. Okay, let's do it. And they like it. And we are also proving now that we already validated the part of money, the part of technique. Why? Because at the beginning we proved with these balls, but we saw that they were not very good. So what we did, like this one, these are special balls of safe that for more pressure that you put it, look at it, just gonna pick it up. You have it there. And what else? Maybe yeah, it's going to be a little like this ugly, but you have already seen the result. It works. You can touch it, and you can have still the same results than ever. So that's why we're developing this.
Have you talked to the workers? Are they able to use this kind of product instead
Yeah.
of the wood? Because sometimes it's like a cultural shock, you know?
Yeah. Even though a lot of things that I have learned from them. I'm in touch with them. I'm not taking care about the money. And we are in care of the person that are going to use it. Maybe they are not going to give us the money, but at the end of the day, they are the ones that are going to use it. And they are the ones that are saying us, hey man, do this, do that. It's easier, it's cheaper, we're going to use it. And we're going to say to our boss, hey boss, with that thing, it's going to be easier to work and you're going to be able to do more. And you're not going to be wasting more money or killing more trees. And they are the ones that are like our mentors. And even though that they don't have a school or something, but they say, hey man, don't do that, do this. Okay, let's try. Oh, you're a little kid, don't do that, do like that. Okay, and we're keeping learning and keeping touching with them. And also with the civil engineers that they have told us, if you're going to use a material, use a one that is going to give you a lot of quality and a lot of times of using it. Okay, we have already the steel, but it's very heavy. And we say, okay, let's do the research. We have researched like 6 months, 8 months, and making some calculus. Because also we warranty at the beginning, if you remember, that the civil engineer is not going to be too caring about the calculus to have the safety that it's going to be great. I'm a civil engineer, she's a designer, and she's in international business. So we're an equilibrium team. We also take care about that. But yeah, our principle is, well, every business runs with money, but we prefer the quality. I don't know if you have another question or you can see it or more doubts.
Have you tried, I don't know how this business working thing, like, have you tried reaching contractors? Like maybe the government wants to build a new road, so the government leases out like a contractor thing.
Okay. By the government, we have not researched, but we are focused in the private sector. We're going to start to uplish to INADEM funds or things like that, because we are also interested in that. We are not in the part of validation technique, and with the workers, we are validating continuously the process of that it's going to be working. We are keeping in touch with them. And yeah, we are not close to the opportunity of the public sector. We are not close. We want to make that however we have to do.
So how you're planning to, like, let's say, scale or sell this to the real customer? It's obvious that the user is happy to use this, but how are you gonna convince, or how you gonna get the customer to buy your stuff?
Because thanks to the renders, before we had the MVP, we contacted to those 25 civil engineers around all of Mexico, and they told us we want to use it, we're hoping to have it. And with the 2 other key partners, Mecano and Grupo Cemento de Chihuahua, they told us, when you finish your Frankenstein test, come with us, and we're going to make you for Shigo a commitment with our principal customers that are in the construction sector for houses. We have the open gates. Thanks a lot.
Are you going to produce this, all of them in the Fab Lab, or have you have something in mind to produce?
Yeah,
Oh.
for the process of cutting it, with the investment that we're going to search it, we're going to be able to cut it faster. And then in the beginning, while we don't have the money, we can do this manual, because this one we do that, and we know that we can do it. We have our effort, we can do more than 3 per day. And the machinery, we can do it after, because this is not really hard. And the machine to do this is very expensive in an automatic way.
So if Cemento de Chihuahua tells you, I want 5,000 of this, how are you going to make them? Manual? Or yes,
No.
very important. If Cemento says, right now I want 5,000, how are you going to produce them?
First of all, I'm going to satisfy 2 cementos, even if that means that at the beginning I don't have the revenues, but I will invest in a machine in order to have the quality that we are based on. Our principle is not the money. Well, every business is by money, but we prefer to keep our customers fine at the beginning, and then being scalable, and with the money that we get after of that, we can continue having our first revenues. But first of all is to have our customer happy, to say, hey, it's a good job, you can do it. And then I know if Cemento de Chihuahua says to me, you can do 5,000, it's going to give me money. And with that money, I'm going to be making them. And yeah, first of all, I will need to go to Fab Lab and make some additions to know how many machines I need to produce the 5,000.
Have you tried, maybe, we have a really unique advantage here in Chihuahua because we're so close to the border and they're building stuff over there every single day. Have you tried maybe just probing around a bit, maybe making a few calls, see if anyone wants to test this out?
Excuse me, I don't want to interrupt you, but the time is up.
Oh.
Thank you very much.